guys, so today's video is a little bit of a different intro. One, I am self-tanned, so my face does not match my neck, because if I self-tan my face, I will break out so bad, like really bad. So just ignore that for right now. But I wanted to start this video just differently, not the usual intro that I always do, just more so like a chill intro. Like, I don't know, I want to do a chit chat, get ready with me, and I realized I've never really done one of those on my channel. I even went to Twitter and asked you guys some questions, so that way we can make this also like kind of like a Q&A. I just want to make this just a little bit more relaxed and a little bit more personal and just talk about life, you know? Maybe like show you guys a little bit more of like who I am as well. I did a get ready with me with Bailey, and it was a chit chat one, and I read some of the comments and a lot of people were really shocked. They're like, I never knew this about Madison. It was like a completely different person on camera in this video on her channel, which go check it out, it's really good. I was like, you know what, they're right. I've never really like been very personal on my channel. So you guys mainly see that on Snapchat, so I thought, why not just bring it over here? By the way, I just used a Cover FX blurring primer. It's my favorite primer. I'm also using a ton of new products. I have a whole box right here of new stuff, and I also have the Patrickstarrr stuff that I'm gonna be using in this video as well, which is right here. It's so pretty. I also already primed my face with my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Oil. I've been using this now to prime my face. I love it. It works really well for my foundation, so that has been a plus. But let's go ahead and get into like a new foundation. So here are the spray foundations. I have 205 and 300. We're gonna put 205 over there. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna try them out and just like spray them right here. So one of the biggest questions I got asked on, I'm just using my beauty blender. One of the biggest questions I got asked on Twitter was, are you and Joel going to have kids? Are you still planning to do that for the future? So we are still planning on having kids. Our main goal was for next year. I don't know where that is at right now, because gosh, we had it all set, but now I know if some of you follow, there's some of you that follow Joel too and follow me on Twitter. That's where I really keep everything up to date. And he no longer is driving for Mazda. So that is taking a big, like, that kind of like redirected a lot of our goals for 2018, like what we want to achieve, because now he needs to find another ride. So, and plus like he is not one to just like drop his passion for racing and come right to working with me on YouTube. So as you guys saw, I brought him in on my PR unboxing, because I'm doing that series where I'm bringing people in each time that I do one. And I've done it with Roxette, I've done it with Bailey. I'm also planning on doing one with Michaela. But since I haven't had a chance to film in LA, I decided to, I was like, he's here, why don't we just throw him into it? And then plus, a lot of people have been requesting to see him more on my channel anyways. But as you guys can tell, he's not very comfortable in front of the camera, but like I'll bring him in to kind of come and film like fun stuff like that with me. But we don't have plans of him like coming over to YouTube and forgetting about racing, because that's his like main passion, and he's the type that needs to be doing something. And he wants to be like contributing something to the household. So that's what his goal is right now, is to find a new ride. We're hoping that we can find something, but it was a crappy situation, which a lot of people know about, and a lot of people already know about in the racing world. They've already reached out, they know what happened. I can't really go into specifics with it, which is what I've talked about, because it's a messy situation, and everything was really poorly done. So right now we're just kind of trying to find a ride for the season and use this year to find another ride for the following season, because I don't know. I felt so bad for what happened. He's been racing since he was 6. A lot of people don't know that about him, but he's been racing since he was 6 years old. So racing has been his life, and then now that it was taken away from him, it's like I feel so bad for him. All right, so next up I'm gonna go into the Becca Under Eye Brightening Corrector. So Roxette got me hooked on this stuff. This stuff is amazing. Look at it. Okay, this is what it looks like inside. You can see that's a little scary. It's like, why would I put this on my under eye? It feels really thick and like sticky. This is going to make me crease. Like, this is like, honestly, that's what I thought when I first saw her like talk about it and like use it. I was with her in person. I was like, that that works underneath your eyes. I go, I would be like way too scared. But then I saw her use it and I saw how beautiful it looked underneath the eyes. And I was like, huh, okay, I see you. So I was like, I need to really try this out. So I just picked it up at Ulta the other day and oh my God, I'm obsessed. I cannot do my face without this now. I use it every single day. Even if I'm doing like a neutral, like a natural makeup look, I use it every single day. I love it. It's awesome. So I just take my fingers and just pat it out a little bit. Next up, I'm gonna go in with my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. This is in the shade Vanilla. I'm just going to focus this one on the inner corner and then down, because it's a little bit light, but it's got a pinky tone to it, so it's gonna help cancel out any dark circles. I didn't sleep very well last night. I was like tossing and turning. But oh, back to the whole thing about the kids thing. So our whole goal was to do that for 2018. But now with the racing thing, it's kind of just like a lot of stress. And he needs to figure out what he's going to be doing. So that's why I think we're gonna end up putting it on hold, which really sucks, but it is what it is. We'll see if that will change. I'm also going into the other one that's called Cafe Con Leche. It's light 2.6. It's unfortunate, and I think like one thing, like I tell him and I tell everyone, I tell myself this too, is that there's never a right time for kids, I feel like. I mean, yeah, there is like better times than others, but I feel like when you're married and everything, it's just like there's never a right time. You want to have everything perfect, but there's never going to be a right time to do it. So it'll be easier to do it once he figures out what he's going to be doing. So I don't know. But when we do have kids, I really want to make like more of a family channel. I want to keep beauty, kind of like what It's Judy's Life did. She has It's Judy's Time, where it's her beauty channel that she started off with, and then she has her vlog channel, and then she has her mommy channel. And I love that, and I would love to like kind of go more towards that route. And also, I feel like a lot of you guys didn't know this already, but I was a preschool teacher, and I have a bachelor's in child and adolescent development, which like say if like YouTube never panned out, that's something that I probably will go back to, but I would probably just go right to opening my own school or something and being more on the business side of things, just because I don't know, when you work for yourself, it's hard to go back to working for someone else. YouTube is a little scary at the moment because of all the changes that are being made, and it's hurting a lot of channels. Like there's a lot of channels that aren't affected, but there's a lot of channels that are affected. Right now, YouTube is favoring the bigger channels. They're not favoring the smaller channels. And it's no more about being unique. And that's the thing about like videos now. You have to be doing, it was kind of like the same thing back in the day, but it wasn't as prominent. But now, no matter what size you are, you have to be doing what's ever trending. You have to do whatever is popular if you want the video to get seen, because that's who people are searching for, because now things aren't just popping up randomly for people. Like people aren't really finding you in the suggested area anymore. They're finding you by searching like video titles. So video titles right now are all, it's like that's the main thing about it. And a lot of people ask me questions about YouTube, like what tips and tricks do you have for starting a YouTube channel? Right now, I feel like there's a lot of channels, there's a lot of people that started and like took off, but I feel like a lot of people that took off are ones that hung out with people that were already big. So that's why they can take off, because that's how they're getting seen. Because if you're smaller, it's hard to get seen right now. I feel like keep YouTube just as a hobby, just have fun with it and see if it does take off, but don't bank everything on it right now. That's my opinion. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and bake and set my face with the Patrick's powder. This is his collab with MAC Cosmetics. The only thing, I've used this already, and I have a few things to say about it. One, the sifter is kind of difficult. I'm having trouble getting product out of it, but I have that problem with quite a few. There's some that I don't have that problem with, but you can always pop off the sifter. By the way, I'm using my Sigma Edge Kabuki. This is the F87. It's my favorite one to bake with. But okay, so for his powder, you have to be careful if you have more of a deeper skin tone, because it is very, very brightening. So if you're fair, you can get away with like putting a lot on, but if you're a little bit darker, it will really lighten up the areas where you're like, it's really going to brighten up those areas. So you wanna be careful not to leave it on or put too much on. Otherwise, it's gonna look just like white or like very bright there. So for darker skin tones, be careful how much you put on and how long you leave it on to bake with. And then lighter skin tones, you'll be fine. Because I used it when I was fair and I didn't have a problem with it. But now that I'm tan a little bit, I know it's going to brighten everything up and lighten up my foundation. I envy the people that could just do like a table mirror right in front of them. I can never do that. I could never, ever do that. I have to have my mirror like close up, otherwise I can't see it because my eyesight's so bad. Even though I wear contacts, I still just can't see it. Okay, so again, with the powder, the sifter is just a little bit hard. It doesn't want to like take a lot of product out, but you can always pop that out. And then again, if you are a darker, deeper skin tone, remember not to place too much and not to let it set there for too long. Otherwise, it's going to make it like really bright. Like this is a brightening powder. It's going to really brighten up the face. Ooh, I got this one from Nicole Lilly. When are you going to start your Twitch channel? All you need is to build a sick PC, a good webcam, and to download OBS. So, Nicole, that is one of my goals. I want to do a Twitch channel so bad. I just didn't have the time to start one, but this is one of my goals because now things are starting to slow down a bit. I can probably focus more time on it. But yeah, that's my goal. I really want to start one, and I already have a PC that my brother said he will give me. It's his old gaming PC, like his old gaming laptop that's like really powerful. So he's like, you can use that if you want to, and then I just have to find like the right equipment and just see the setup. Damn, this thing smells good. This smells so good. This is that new chocolate gold Soleil. It's got like a shimmer in it. It's from that new collection that came out. I'm actually just gonna use this to warm up my face. Oh, I forgot. This is the brush that I'm gonna use. It is the MAC 135 brush. Roxette got me hooked on this one. It applies bronzer beautifully. It is my goal to do that. That's like my goal for next year. I just need to get the right equipment and then just set it up and then go. I actually I don't even want to start with PC games because I really don't know PC games very well because I never played them. I always kind of hated them, to be honest, because back in the day, that's when everything lagged. So I never fell in love with PC games because I hated how much they would lag. But I kind of want to start with console games, but I've been reading something like, you know, with Nintendo, like basically they're not letting you stream anymore, or they're not letting you get paid for streaming, that they will take either a portion of it or all of your AdSense for it. So I have to stay away from Nintendo. Okay, we'll fix that. So I have to stay away from Nintendo. So I'll probably do like PS4, PlayStation stuff. But yeah, I just have to get the equipment for it. If anyone has a Twitch channel and knows the equipment, link it down below or post it down below. Or if you have an article or a video that you've seen that was really good for that stuff, let me know so I can go watch it. I gotta hunt and like just do some research, kind of like what I did for when I first started YouTube. I had to watch so many videos and do so much research, and there's a lot of trial and error where I bought stuff that was like, oh, this isn't really what I needed it for, and then stuff like that. So I just don't want to make that same mistake twice where I buy stuff and I'm like, oh, I didn't really need this, you know? So oh my God, this bronzer is so pigmented. What the heck is happening to my face? All right, so I legit try to spend some time fixing it up, but dude, I feel like I'm very bronzed right now. Like very bronzed, but you know what? It's okay, but this stuff is pigmented and it's so pretty though on the skin. It like glides right on, but it's very, very pigmented. So just be conscious about that. I'm gonna take this Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder in shade 1 real quick. I forgot that I like to use this to dust off my under eye because it brightens. It's really pretty. It reminds me a lot of the Hourglass ones, like those ambient lights, but it just really brightens up and brings a pretty glow to underneath the eyes. So I like using that right now. All right, so we're gonna hold off on blush and highlight real quick because I don't know what I'm gonna do for the eyes, so I wanna make sure I get a blush that corresponds well with the eye look. So I'm gonna use the Sigma Persuade Eye Base. I've been using this a ton. This honestly is exactly like MAC Pink Chili Paint Pot. Same color, everything, does the same thing. Okay, so this one's from Crystal, which Crystal, I love seeing all your comments and everything. I see you on every platform, which is awesome. So Crystal asked if we could get another dog, what breed would it be and what would we name it? I feel like the bronzer might be a little patchy on me, but I'm wondering if that's just my skin right now. So I don't want to completely blame that on the bronzer. I feel like it might just be my skin, but I'm feeling like it's patchy up here. I don't know. All right, so for the dogs, I would say a Yorkie or a Maltese. I want to do a Shih Tzu. I would love to do a Shih Tzu, but Joel wants a dog with a nose, so I have to compromise. So it'd either be another Maltese or a Yorkie. And the name would be Anna because we already have Elsa and we have Ollie, which was supposed to be Olaf, but Joel made me compromise on Ollie. So I would want Anna next, so yep. But by the way, for the eyeshadow today, I'm gonna be using the chocolate gold palette. This is that new one that a lot of you guys have been wanting to see me use. So I'm going into Rolling with Dough, and this is just a matte cream shade. I'm using this to set my lid. What I really like about this palette so far, just by looking at it, is that it's got matte shades in here for your transition and for setting the eyeshadow primer, and then it has all your shimmers that you could play with and have fun with. So I love it that they thought about that, so you don't have to go and grab multiple palettes. So I give a big thumbs up for that for Too Faced, and plus, dude, the chocolate is real in it. The chocolate is so real in it. But I have no idea what eye look I'm gonna create because I'm kind of just more so focusing on talking with you guys over like a really cool eye look, I should say. All right, so I'm gonna go into So Bougie right here. This is just a matte transition shade. I'm gonna fluff this out into my crease. So back with YouTube again. So a lot of people ask me questions about, are you gonna bring the YouTube 101 series back and stuff? And I really wanna bring it back. But the thing is that YouTube has changed so much and I had it down. Like I had it down on like how to grow and how to do stuff on YouTube. But now that they keep changing things, I'm like, crap, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know how to give advice because I haven't even figured out their whole algorithm. So with YouTube, I feel like it's all about titles right now and like the videos that you do, which really sucks because you can't be unique on it anymore. You can't just create whatever you want to create because then people aren't going to find it. That's the thing. It's not that people aren't going to watch it, it's that people aren't going to find it. And now YouTube, even though we have the bell, even though we have the subscribe button, they only send it out to a sample size and they test out the video with that sample size. So if that sample size is not interested in that video or they click out early on, boom, you're done. Like that video is just gonna die. It's not gonna keep growing. So that's one thing I really hate. It sucks that it doesn't get sent to all your subscribers because what if that sample size that they're sending it to didn't subscribe to for that type of video? Like there might be subscribers of mine, like my audience, they really love hauls, but then there might be a small portion that really love makeup tutorials. So when I do a makeup tutorial, it might get sent to an audience that more so likes hauls. So they're not really gonna watch it, but the people that like the makeup tutorials are never gonna see it because they never got the notification, or it might have never popped up in their subscription feed. So that's where it really sucks, and I think that's where it's flawed. I think if people are subscribed to your channel, they should get your notifications no matter what. Like it should be popping up in that subscription feed, it should be going out, there should be no little bell thing, it should just be how that was. That's why you see a lot of bigger YouTubers that have been on YouTube for a long time get hit. A lot of them got hit for that reason because their whole subscriber base is not getting everything, which sucks. All right, so now I'm gonna go into Cocoa Truffle right here. It's a medium matte brown transition shade. But what's interesting and what I'm gonna let you guys know a little secret is that I guess Facebook is going to start monetizing. So I'm excited for that for next year if Facebook takes off. It'll be interesting to see how that will go and what the CPMs will be. They're supposed to be competitive to YouTube, but I still like have my kind of speculations about it. Like, how is it really going to be? Is it going to be just like YouTube? Is it going to be like their watch pages where it's just all series? Like, how is this really going to happen? So we'll know more about that in 2018, but that's why I focus a little bit more on Facebook right now. So if you guys don't follow me on Facebook, go check me out. All right, so one thing that I really want to talk to you guys about is the hate going on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook right now. There is so much hate going on right now. I'm gonna go into Gold Dip and I'm gonna use this one right here. And I'm just gonna pack this on with my finger. I'm just gonna see how this goes. But God, there's so much hate going on right now. I don't get it. It's like, this is supposed to be the holidays and people are so upset right now, like so upset. And I'm like, this is supposed to be the time of fun and like happiness. Why is there so much hate on the internet? I just don't get it. I actually don't like my finger with. I like my cream color brush. It's the E58 from Sigma. This is my favorite one. I thought like, oh, I could probably use my finger, but I'd rather use this. So there's just so much hate going on. I get hate, but not that much. But lately it's been like, chill people, chill. Like, put a smile on your face. I just don't get it. I don't get how people can leave a mean comment on someone's content. Like, I just don't get it because I've never done it. I feel like they're just so unhappy and they think that it's going to make them feel better to leave something rude on someone else's like content. But in the end, it's really not, or they just want attention and so they want you to like come back at them. But for me, I don't give those people any attention. That's my advice to like all my other YouTube friends, like when they deal with it. I'm like, don't give them any attention. If you do, they're gonna keep coming out. People think you're gonna give those people attention, so they're gonna like, so that's all they're gonna leave you. So when people leave me like just a rude comment that's just kind of like uncalled for or something like I don't like, and I won't tolerate, I'm not gonna take the time to respond to them because that's what they want. And then I'm like, I'm too old to be like getting in this drama back and forth, like, you know, arguing with someone. Like, I'm too old for that. Like, I guess that's where my age kind of comes in. People usually think I'm younger, but I'm 28. I don't have time for that. So what I do is I hit hide users' comments from channel. So their comments will never be seen on my channel. They are commenting thinking that everyone's seeing them, but no, I never see them and all my viewers don't see them. Like, their stuff is kind of just gone. But the reason why YouTube did that is because they had the block method and people would know they would be blocked and they would just create new accounts and keep harassing. So this kind of like mutes them to where no one sees them, but they think they're still doing something, so they have no idea. So I love that. So that's what I've done with people. And just because my thing is like, if they can leave one rude comment, they can leave another. And I don't have time for that. And I want my channel to be more of like a happy place and positive over that. So that's what I do. And plus, I just don't want to hear it. I'm gonna go back into Cocoa Truffle, which is that deeper matte brown. I'm gonna get that on the sides. This is really pretty. This is actually really pretty. I really like this palette. All right, so now to kind of amplify this a little bit more, I'm gonna go into Decadent right here. It's a matte black. I feel like I went very safe with this look, but if I try to do a dramatic, like out there look that I really have to like be into, it would be way too hard while talking at the same time because I feel like I've already made so many mistakes with the bronzer already. So also comment down below what videos you guys, by the way, I'm packing this on like how I showed in that how to blend your eyeshadow video, is you want to pack it on in the places that you want and then slightly blend. And that way the colors don't get muddied together. But yeah, comment down below what videos you guys want to see and comment down below what videos you miss because my channel, I feel like it has grown over the past year, but I've also been very busy and I haven't been able to get like all the different types of videos that I used to do and like upload a ton. I used to upload like 4 times a week, you guys. There's times I would upload 6 days a week. But now with going to LA and everything, that takes a lot of time away from me. So there's a lot of stuff that I don't do anymore. Like I don't do a lot of reviews anymore. That's why I kind of throw everything into a full face first impressions because it's easier to get everything done at once. And actually I've even like talked to a lot of people like on Twitter and then in comments down below, and everyone says they'd rather see a full face first impressions versus a just one tutorial on like say the eyeshadow palette. I found that really interesting, but that's what everyone like voted for. So that's why I've been doing those more. And then it kind of kills multiple birds with one stone, you know, so that way I can get these up for you in a timely manner. But comment down below what videos you miss from my channel. Like what have I not done in a while that you miss? So, and I'll be more than happy to start including those. I stopped doing monthly favorites because I felt like those were dying. I don't know what it is. Like I felt like those were dying big time. I miss those so much. Okay, so for liner, I'm gonna try out this new one from It Cosmetics. It's the Superhero Liner. I don't think it's like entirely new, but it's new to me. I haven't used it yet, so I really want to try it out. I can't talk during this part though, because it's just too hard. right, so I actually really like this one. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like a felt tip, it was more of a brush tip. So the brush tips will give more and the felt tips will be a little bit like stiffer. So I really like that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys like what I do. A lot of people were upset in my blending video that I didn't show this step, but I've shown it in so many tutorials that I just skipped it. But I use my Glow Minerals concealer right here, and I just take a concealer brush, and I can never get my wing like perfect, and then plus I always get messy with my eyeshadow down here. So I just take the concealer and carve it out, and then it just cleans everything up. So I just take my finger, or I'll take a beauty blender and I blend that out, and then just take powder, whatever powder you want to use, and you just set that. And boom, that is how you clean up your eye area, and that's how you get a really sharp wing if you suck at drawing the wing on like I do. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye and I'll be right back. All right, so now that that's done, we're gonna go ahead and do the color on the bottom. So I'm gonna go into So Bougie, which is that lighter brown transition shade. And I'm just going to buff this out underneath that bottom lash line, and then go into Cocoa Truffle, and then into Decadent. And then next up for mascara, I'm gonna use the Man Eater on my top lashes. Then I'm gonna go in with the Lash Sensational from Maybelline on the bottom lashes, because my bottom lashes get really long with this one. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put some House of Lashes glue onto these lashes. I don't know what lashes these are. I just found them on my desk, so I have no idea what style. All right, so boom, lashes are on. So now we can finally get to finishing up the face. So for blush, I'm gonna use the Tarte Holiday. This is the Blush Bazaar. I really wish they had more of a not so pinky shade. I'm gonna use the color Angelic. We'll see how this shade is. I feel like they all turn out kind of pinky on me. I'm gonna go into Endless right here, and I'm gonna use a little bit of this, a little bit deeper of a rose shade. I'm gonna put that on top. Ooh, just too pinky. But this is also another tip, is if you notice your blush is just a little bit too much, take another brush with no color on it or nothing on it, and then just blend it out. All right, so there's two highlights here that I really want to use. So there's this one from Too Faced. This came out with the collection for the chocolate collection. This is the, doesn't even have a name, but it just came out with the chocolate collection. It's like a iridescent highlight. Look at that. Actually, I don't think I'm gonna use this one. I don't think this is gonna go well with my look right now, but isn't that so pretty? I think I'm gonna go ahead and use this one from MAC Cosmetics. This was the one that they did with, I forgot what his name was. I'm sorry, I'll have it linked down below if they still have it. But this is the shade Peach, and it's just a really, it's supposed to be a blush, I think. It says powder blush, but it's a highlight. It's a really pretty shade, so I'm gonna use this one. Dude, I think I just found my new highlight. That is like highlight central right there. That is so pretty too. I really like that. That one's really pretty. All right, so for the lip products I'm gonna use the Mahogany Lip Pencil, and then I'm also gonna use Mama Starr lipstick right here. So I'm gonna use those two. All right, so now just to do a quick recap on the products. So first off, the foundation is really pretty. It's really pretty on the skin. I don't think I've ever seen a foundation look so like gorgeous on my skin. It looks like second skin, to be honest. And it doesn't like seep into my pores or anything. It's really pretty. I feel like it's a little bit too light for me right now because I am self-tan. Unfortunately, I didn't get a dark enough shade, but it's gorgeous, really gorgeous. The bronzer right here from Too Faced, oh my gosh, this thing is pigmented. Use a light hand with it. It is very pigmented, but I feel like I got it to kind of all go together. The eyeshadow palette, I think the shadows are gorgeous, and I love the fact, again, that they put in these matte shades so that way you can have this to create a complete look with. I really like this, so this one is definitely a thumbs up. I recommend it. All right, so now onto Patrick's powder. I really like this powder. It's lightweight, but you definitely have to be careful if you have a darker skin tone, not to pack too much on and not to leave it there for too long. Otherwise, it will be very, very bright. So use probably a little bit less amount. If you're a little bit more on the pale side, you can leave this on and bake with it just fine. but it is very brightening, and I like that because it really wakens up the under eye, and I think it works out really well with like the Becca and stuff. So I recommend this one big time, you guys. You will love this. This blush palette from Tarte, the last couple of blush palettes that they've had, I just feel like the colors just look exactly the same when you put them on the skin. I feel like they look exactly the same when I put them on my cheeks. They look very pink. I want something a little bit more deeper, a little bit more neutral, and not so pink. So this is kind of I'm just like over this. That's just my honest opinion there. This powder from Laura Mercier is stunning. Again, this is the Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder in shade 1. I really like this. It reminds me exactly of the Hourglass Ambient Powder. So if you have those already, you don't need this, but this is just beautiful. And then onto the other products from Patrickstarrr. I really love Mama Star. It's a gorgeous color. My mom's already asked me for this one. I was like, yes, you can have it, Mom, but let me film with it first. So I'm gonna give her this one. And then also the lip pencils are awesome. They're just like MAC lip pencils, which we all know are amazing. They're just easy to line your lips with, and they're creamy, but they're not too creamy to where they're gonna feather out. So I really love that. I think he did an awesome job at this collaboration, and I'm so excited for him. So a huge congratulations to Patrick. But I hope that you guys enjoyed this kind of get ready with me chit chat video. This is the very first one for me, so bear with me. I think the next one will be a little bit easier. And then also Joel came home like partly through it, and I was just like, I don't know, it feels weird talking to a camera when you have like someone else in the area that could hear you. I'm gonna be completely honest with that. That just made me feel awkward. So next time I'm gonna have him out of the house, because I'm like, dude, if I want to talk to the camera, I just want to feel like it's just me and the camera and you guys, not someone there listening. So that's probably why it got a little weird later on in the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Leave me comments down below about what you want to see next, or what videos that you've missed on my channel that I haven't been doing lately. I'll be more than happy to do those for you. And give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.